Jack, how you doing, pal?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all good, thanks, mate. Frank Lampard actually called this interview. I was over at New York City a few years back at training, and he said, that kid over there, his name's Jack Harrison, you'll be interviewing him in the future. And here we are now, mate.
Well, here we go. I didn't know he said that about me at the time, so...
I think he said proper player.
Proper, yeah. Obviously from London he said proper.
That's where you made your name, over there. How much has it helped you to get where you are now?
It was an amazing first step in my professional career. It was such an honour to play with the likes of, you know, Frank Lampard and Andrea and David there as well. You know, not to forget being coached by Patrick Vieira. It was a dream come true, really, for myself. And I think following the professionalism and of Frank and just seeing how he was on and off the pitch, it really helped me a lot and to propel myself to the next level. You
scored your first Premier League goal this season at the weekend. It must be buzzing to get off the mark.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was more of a relief more than anything. I've been working really hard all season. I think I've been a bit unfortunate with injuries, and I had COVID and just being out with one thing and the other. And so to finally get the goal was just a relief more than anything, and I'm hoping to get some more from here on out.
And for a player, you know, who hasn't scored for a while, mentally, how much does that play on your mind?
Yeah, definitely. It's something you think about a lot. You think, you know, maybe what am I doing wrong? You start, you know, questioning all the things that have worked for you in the past. You start questioning, oh, should I continue doing this? Because I like to do a lot of extra work as well, and I was thinking, okay, maybe it's a bit more detrimental now, it's not more beneficial. So I don't know, I had to try and reset myself, think outside of the box a little bit, and try to find, you know, those things that do work for me 100%, and just continue doing them. And you know, I think you have to have faith as well. Sometimes when you're doing all the right things and it's not coming off, it's just a process, and you just have to stick to what you know is right, and eventually it'll turn in your favour.
How fit do you have to be a Leeds player? Because you boys just do not stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's a characteristic of all the players here. I think if you're not fit and you're not able to run how the manager wants you to run, then you won't play, and it's just as simple as that, really. So we do a lot of you know, fitness work off the pitch. And pre-season we do, you know, a lot of work just based around this, really. You
mentioned the gaffer there. I love Mr. Bielsa, and I probably annoy some of my colleagues, but I still love the fact that he does his interviews in his language and doesn't speak English, even though he clearly understands what's going on. I think it's absolutely genius. But what's he like around the training ground? Is he quite a scary character? Is he quite easy to approach?
I think if you're not around him like the players are, he can definitely be an intimidating character. He says, you know, hello to everyone when he walks in, and he gives a smile and a wave, but that's about it. You won't hear much else from him. But as a player, you know, he's very demanding. He works us really hard, and, you know, gets the best out of his players, and he knows what he wants, and he knows how to push his players to the limit and beyond that as well.
Are you still doing Murderball?
I've just done it today, actually, the Murderball. It was, you know, it's a tough session, but it's, you know, a chance for us to play football in the intense way that the manager wants. But yeah, it is really, really hard.
Don't you just like batter each other?
Yeah, yeah. There's no fouls. There's a lot, you know, there's a lot of fouls that should be called, but there's not. I think even today I got away with a little. I was a bit sneaky today. The ball went out of play, like by about this much, but I just continued playing because I know what the coaches are like. And we ended up, did a 1-2, we ended up scoring, and the other team was so mad. They were, it was out, it was out, it was out. But they just like the play to be continuous and intense. And today, for instance, we did 5 blocks of 4 minutes, so about 20 minutes in total. But you know, you end up running more or less the same as what you would in an average game in the season, really. So it's very, you get a lot of high intensity meters, a lot of sprint meters, and you have, you know, the manager and his staff around that constantly demanding the players more and more to press more, or to be more aggressive, more intense, everything. So it's pushing you to your limits and beyond that as well.
So when you get to like the 4th quarter, are you like, please stop making us run?
I've been down on my knees a couple of times, just absolutely blowing, but you have to continue, and that's the mental piece that he's trying to get out of the players as well. It's not just the physical bit; it's the mental piece to push yourself to the limits.
Do you think if you win a cup or anything like that this season or seasons coming up, you reckon you could get Bielsa in there to play with you?
It would be a sight to see. I'd love to see that, and I wouldn't surprise if he was tackling a lot of the players as well. So.
Imagine Bielsa with a 2-footer.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine that.
I love it. Pleasure to speak to you, and I'm glad Frank said that back in the day.
Yeah, I'm glad he called it. I didn't know I'm going to have to talk with him about that.
And let's get Bielsa in Murderball.
Yeah, Bielsa in Murderball. That'd be nice. Sight to see.
Top man, Jack. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.